What's up, everybody? Got my Gilgamesh shirt on. Had a pretty good upper body day today. I did incline bench with 100-pound dumbbells for 5 clean reps all the way through. Ooh, felt good, felt good. So today I wanted to do something that I had an idea about on one of the last videos that I talked about. I'm going to do a top 3 games of the month that I invested most of my time in for that month. So we're going to do October. October will be our first one. And there's kind of a theme. So first game is going to be Spyro. Spyro the Dragon. The original Spyro for the PS1. I played the crap out of this game this month. I was putting in time. I was putting in some time. And the opportunity I can sneak away 10-15 minutes to try to bang out a level. Or even just to explore a level and then come back with a plan later. I played a lot of that game. I did a lot of strategies for this game that I don't normally. So if new to the channel, check out my community posts. I posted my 120% of this game. It took some time. There's a couple levels in this game that are really brutal and really pushed whether or not I wanted to perfect this game, but I did. A lot of the maps, I was able to just to find it with no help. But there's a couple things I just needed the guide. There was just no way around it. If I needed the guide right now, there's no way 10-year-old me is figuring this stuff out. So tough game. I picked it primarily for October because I have a childhood October memory with this game, renting it from either Hollywood Video or Blockbuster, but playing it around Halloween time with my family. Just good time, good experience, fun all around. It's a great mascot platformer collectathon type game. So if you're looking for something for just a fun, lighthearted game where it's a point A to point B, you get to do a little bit of exploring, and you get the satisfaction of completing a level. Definitely check out Spyro. I know they did the remake recently, so it's whenever I had to look up a level, like I needed help for something, I couldn't find something, it would always be from the Reignited trilogy. So just pick that up, do yourself a favor. I'm sure there's a couple random modern sensibility things from the remake. Some of the graphics look better, but honestly, who cares? That didn't really bother me too much. But it was definitely fun, definitely worth playing. Pick it up if you can find it. So definitely Spyro. The next game on the list is a GameCube game, Luigis Mansion. This is a game I wanted to play growing up, never really got a chance to. Finally saw it after purchasing a GameCube, and had to pick it up immediately. Had to scoop it up right then and there. Kind of expensive, kind of up there with one of the more expensive games that I've picked up, but absolute staple for the GameCube. And it's spooky season, so you're essentially Mario themed Ghostbusters. Luigi gets a mansion. You have to go through the entire mansion, room by room, sucking up ghosts with your vacuum. I beat Mario Sunshine before this, and then this game came out before Mario Sunshine. This was a launch title for the GameCube. And it shows its age. There's some things that I really wish it could have done. For instance, a lock-on button would have been amazing. The D-pad doesn't get used at all. If up was a lock-on button and then left and right allowed you to cycle between what you're locked onto, that would make the game 100 times better. It truly would. That would make the game a 10 out of 10. Other than that, there's no platforming. You're not walking around. It kind of has a Resident Evil vibe, so you're kind of horror-esque. You're on the back pedal, but beat this game last night. I played a majority of it. I played a lot of it leading up to this month, but I played a majority of it this month. Beat it last night. The final boss would have been made Elementary. It would have been made super easy if I just had a lock-on button. If the lock-on was available, the last it would just been the last boss would have been a joke. It would have been too easy. But other than that, fun game. It was nice to kind of just explore and kind of like slow down. It's a slower game. If Mario Sunshine is full tilt, this is kind of like coasting on Sunday. So this is a fun game to explore, and it's very rewarding to unlock more and more of the mansion, being able to find shortcuts. So you're like, oh, I can just go down from I got to take the left down the hallway and I can go outside, and from outside I get to cut back around, and then from here you can go downstairs, or you can go upstairs if you go down. Like, it's one of those type of games. So if you like shortcut stuff like that, definitely check out Luigi's Mansion. Like I said, it's kind of expensive to get it on the hardware, but I'm sure that you can find a way to find it another way on the Switch or something like that. Really fun game. Glad I beat it. Childhood dream achieved, or a goal at least. But 50 out of 50 boos. Got a pretty decent mansion. I know you have to get like 100 billion or whatever the goal is, but 50 out of 50 boos is right where I wanted to be. So Luigi's Mansion, good play. And then the last one, to kind of keep it in that theme of spooky season, Maximo for the PS2. This game is brutal. This game is brutal. It's based off of, or it's kind of like a reimagining of the old Ghosts and Goblins game for like the arcade. It's an old game. And that game is brutal. That game hates you. So this game is very similar, just more modernized. Very similar story, very similar gameplay, in which when you take damage, you lose your clothes. So you start off with fully armor, centurion, helmet, and then as you take damage, you end up in your underwear. So there's a lot of skeletons, there's a lot of spooky stuff. There's ghosts, zombies, wizards, crows. So a lot of tropes for video games, and a lot of like horror tropes in this one. But I've been playing a lot of this one recently, and I've been having a lot of fun. It's hard. It's not easy. It's a game you spend a lot of your time reloading your save file. You play a lot of time reloading this game. But when you beat that level and you have full armor, or you have a shield that just does insanely things, or your sword has like is now longer and is on fire, and you can shoot out of it, and you can do a ground pound that does like a big old AoE. Yeah, it feels nice. It feels real nice. So I mean, you get rewarded for the difficulty in this game. It is a arcade Dark Souls. Take with that what you will. I'll give you an example. The first boss is incredibly gimmicky. Hard because it beats you up until you learn its gimmick, and then once you learn its gimmick, that's it. Like, you just beat it. It's one and done. Once you figure out the gimmick, you beat it. So like, it's not brutally hard because of it reads your inputs, but it's like, okay, figure out the message here. Then once you decode that message, then you can go forward. So yeah, top 3 games of October. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Buenas noches.